Away and running. Great speed today from Duke of Dooley and Bad Hombre. Sometimes I do is tap for some early speed. At the 7.5 furlong point, and Sydney's Bid came away in fourth. Then you have Bad Henry scraping the paint early in that fifth place position. The name of the game's in front of one, and Sette Stelle, the long shot, was slow to go. 6.5 furlongs out, and Duke of Dooley shows the way, and the lead's 3/4 of a length. Sometimes I do is right there on a hold in that second place position, and Bad Hombre lurks behind the both of them. Wide on the track is Sydney's Bid, and the gray is Bad Henry. The first five is only separated by 3. There's a gap of about 2 more lengths down to Sette Stelle, and that rival to the outside is the name of the game. They go past the 4.5, and Duke of Dooley still controls the clock, leads by 1. Sometimes I do is right there under a loose rein to keep up in second. Sydney's Bid's advancing in the blue cap on the far outside as they get ready to turn again. And Duke of Dooley leads the charge of the 3 furlong pole, but Bad Henry is trying to pounce when it counts. Sydney's Bid is still committed to a 3-wide kick. Bad Hombre's a hustling fourth but getting on track, and trying to close in is the name of the game in that 6th place position. Around the bend there's a quarter to go, and Bad Henry takes the baton away from Duke of Dooley. Sydney's Bid continues to have a wide trip, and Bad Hombre's committed to a 5-wide kick. They turn for home. Duke of Dooley's under massive attack, and here's the rail of the name of the game. And the gray Bad Henry is fighting on too, and so is Sydney's Bid. A 16th to go, and the name of the game is slipping on through. And from out of the clouds, the name of the game grinding out a win in the first of the day. To beat Bad Henry, Duke of Dooley, and Sydney's Bid. Away and running. A little slow to go is Cary Grant. Good speed today from Southern Pastime. There's the Yellow Silks of Matt Matters. Johnny from Boston showing good early toe, and Toady Hopper's right there too. And Capitan George makes it a line of 5 across the track, and there's no breathers up top. And Cary Grant has a hot pace to chase despite breaking slow. So Matt Matters is under massive attack, and Johnny from Boston's applying the heat. And Southern Pastime is right there, but in a very tight spot. Capitan George is in traffic too. Toady Hopper's 2 pats off the rail, and Cary Grant rips him in. They pass the 3/8 of a mile marker, and Matt Matters continues to show the way. Johnny from Boston is right there, coming under whip encouragement in second. Southern Pastime scrapes paint, and here's Cary Grant, who's closing in on the far outside. The first one to spin in is Matt Matters, but here comes a mid-track charge from Cary Grant. At the top of the stretch, Matt Matters leads by 2 expanding lanes. A good race for second between Cary Grant and Southern Pastime, but inside the final 16th of a mile, Matt Matters was bet down to 1-9, and Matt Matters has won it. Cary Grant a good second at 25-1, Johnny from Boston third, and Toady Hopper was fourth. Away and running. The long shot Stacks of Silver broke first, but there goes Poulterer, showing good early speed, and Must Be Love is right there in the firing line too. And Freedom Road also wants a piece of the action, and for them tear past the Paddock Grove crowd. And last of all is Conspiracy Facts. Up and around the first turn they go. Poulterer is trying to slow pace the field, but Freedom Road takes the fight to him, and these two are in an early pace tug of war. Conspiracy Fact is pulling hard in between rivals, while Must Be Love is committed to a four-wide kick, and Stacks of Silver is right there too. So two of them continue this tussle for supremacy with 5 furlongs to go. Poulterer draws a line in the sand for Freedom Road to pass, who's on a cozy hold in second, and Must Be Love is committed to a 3-wide kick. Conspiracy Fact heads 1, and the long shot Stacks of Silver is last of all. They're halfway home, and Poulterer continues to show the way, but is under massive attack by Freedom Road. Must Be Love is committed to a 3-wide kick and goes nicely, and now coming under a ride is Conspiracy Fact. They turn again, and Freedom Road is trying to win 5 in a row. Poulterer's in for the fight, and so is Must Be Love. These are the 3 principles as the quarter pole looms, and Freedom Road has run a cheeky race today. Must Be Love is right there under whip encouragement, and these two to settle the score. Freedom Road cuts and runs and shows the way by 2 and starts to show his class. Must Be Love is right there chasing, but chasing in vain, and Poulterer's a struggling third, a 16th to go, and indeed it's a 5-win streak that padded by Freedom Road, and at 2-5, Freedom Road has conquered this group to beat Must Be Love, Poulterer, and Conspiracy Fact. Away and running. Good speed from Sandy Girl today. There's some pace pressure from Maria Moon, and Ready to Rock and Roll is right there too. No More Tan Lines is trying to mix it up in the early fray, and No High came away in 5th. A Shawtown Girl tracks in 6th. ZZ is in that 7th place position in front of Risk and Regret, then Hold On second last, and Backseat Romance is last of all, but Ready to Rock and Roll rocks on past the 3 furlong stick with a 4-length lead, make it 3. No More Tan Lines takes up the chase in second, and Sandy Girl is wide but closing in. Up the inside, No High's trying to close in alongside ZZ. Around the bend with a quarter to go, Ready to Rock and Roll is the first one to face the holiday crowd, and chasing in that 2nd place position is No More Tan Lines, and these two have kicked away. Ready to Rock and Roll is nursing a 1-length lead. No More Tan Lines is getting closer every step of the way. Here comes No More Tan Lines. No More Tan Lines has won it. No More Tan Lines is 17-1 to beat Ready to Rock and Roll. Hold On, and there's a 3-way photo for 4th. Away and running. Good rail speed from Renewing Vows today, but there goes the pace of Secret Zipper, Aerospeed, and Shellback. 5 paths deep is Quismer, and that leaves Mr. Ramirez with a very wide trip. And last of all is Arrogant Rider. So this is a pace tug-of-war early, headed by Aerospeed, who leads the charge past the 6.5, but gets flanked by 2 rivals here. Shellback's in between rivals, and Secret Zippers had the wide trip as they leave the 6 furlong pole behind him. Quismer now emerges out of the crowd to be a hustled way fourth. Renewing Vows stays at that rail in front of Mr. Ramirez, and the one who continues to lag far behind is Arrogant Rider. Midpoint of the backstretch run, Aerospeed trying to throttle that pace, shows the way a length and a half. Secret Zipper is right there trying to tack on once again. Shellback's chasing in third, and Renewing Vows takes that spot away. Mr. Ramirez is committed to a wide trip on both turns. Quismer silently drops away, and Arrogant Rider still spinning his wheels at the back of the pack. They turn again. Aerospeed still leads, but push is coming to shove. Secret Zipper right there applying the heat, and so is Renewing Vows. And Mr. Ramirez has now dropped away to fourth as they turn for home, and Aerospeed gets his cue, and response was devastating at the top of the stretch, and Aerospeed kicks away by 2, but Renewing Vows is taking giant strides at this long-time leader. Aerospeed leads by 2 open lengths with a furlong left to go. Renewing Vows chasing, but chasing in vain. Secret Zipper third, Mr. Ramirez fourth, and that's how they're finished. Aerospeed has won it over Renewing Vows, Secret Zipper, and Mr. Ramirez was a well-beaten fourth. All set. Away and running. Slow to go was Shipmaster. Rail speed from Return Fire today, who has a nice cozy lead. Inbound came away in second, and Scores to Settle's caught very deep. Oya tries to save some ground. Shipmaster is racing up behind a wall of traffic. The blue cap of Ninga Parbat's in fourth. And last of all is Golden Owl. 7 furlongs to go and no pace whatsoever for the leader. Return Fire shows the way by a length and a half. Tracking the even money favorite is Inbound in that second place position. And Ninga Parbat is pulling hard in that white shadow roll to grab that third place check. Hoya stays towards the rail in fourth, and Scores to Settle is 5 paths deep. Golden Owl still second last, and Shipmaster's the one who had a tardy beginning. 3 furlongs in, 5 furlongs to go, more or less, and it's Return Fire who continues to make play, shows the way 3/4 of a length. Inbound is right there, hounding the speed every step of the way. Nanga Parbat looms to the both of them, and a length and a half down to Scores to Settle on the far outside. Oyer comes under a ride trying to respond. Golden Owl's trying to pick off the both of them, and Shipmaster continues the trail. 3 furlongs to go, no twist to the plot as Return Fire leads, but here comes the long, graceful strides of Inbound at the quarter pole. Nanga Parbat's a distant third, and trying to claim fourth is Golden Owl. They whip past the quarter pole, and Inbound takes the fight to Return Fire. Homeward bound now, and Inbound kicks away with a neck lead. Return Fire is in for the fight, and these two go toe-to-toe inside the final furlong. Return Fire is unwavering on the front end. Inbound is right there testing this rival every step of the way. Inbound, Return Fire, Inbound, Inbound! In a win photo with Return Fire, Nanga Parbat third, Oya fourth. In the gate. Away and running. Great speed from Musical Design today takes an uncontested lead. Up the inside is Black Ice. Ariana's Pearl is going to be caught deep, and Marvelous is last of the four. So with a slower pace, they all pick up velocity, and Musical Design is the first one to kick around the turn, and is 2 paths deep. Black Ice chases in second, and on hold is Marvelous in that third place position, and Kevin Gomez saves ground with Ariana's Pearl, who's last of the four with 6.5 furlongs to go. So Musical Design is doing it smartly on the front end, really slows this down and leads by a length and a gray tail. Chasing in second is Black Ice, and Marvelous is committed to a 4-wide kick for the backstretch run, and Ariana's Pearl needs to get going from that last place position. There's 5 furlongs out before they greet the judge, and Musical Design shows the way. It's still that tight length. On the far outside, Marvelous starts to get a little bit closer, and so does Black Ice, and so last of all is Ariana's Pearl. They have 4 furlongs to go, and Musical Design's the leader. Musical Design's the longest shot on the board and kicks for the money at the 3 furlong pole. Black Ice continues to chase in second and comes under a heavy drive now. Marvelous is trying to stalk the both of them, and Ariana's Pearl finally hits her best stride. They turn to the quarter pole, and Musical Design with upset on her mind. She leads by 1, and the jockey looks back for the competition. Marvelous moves into second. Ariana's Pearl rides the rail, and Black Ice has no more to give. They turn to the top of the stretch, and here comes Marvelous down the center of the track to put those blinkers in front. Musical Design ran a good race today, but grudgingly gives way, and late on the scene is Ariana's Pearl, but Marvelous at even money sought the trip and rolls past the speed. Marvelous has won it over Ariana's Pearl, Black Ice, and Musical Design weekend to 4th. Away and running. Good speed in the center today from Lady Gabrielle. The rail is belonging to Miss Diz, and Big Bolt is right there in the top 3. Tis the Amazing Lady sits off the speed today, and Woke Up a Diva is a long-looking last already. Around the tree-line shadows, that is the first turn run, and it's Lady Gabrielle who has the point and shows the way by a length and a quarter. Miss Diz tracks the speed on hold in second, and Big Bolt is also on the same page as her. There's a gap of a length and a quarter down to Tis the Amazing Lady, and right now Woke Up a Diva couldn't spot the leader with a telescope. So it's Lady Gabrielle who exits the first turn with a 3-length lead, make it 2, and Miss Diz is right there on hold as well. Big Bolt is sizing up the both of them and now claims second. Tis the Amazing Lady is still in front of 1, and a distant last is Woke Up a Diva. They're down to the 4.5, and Lady Gabrielle continues to have things all her own way today with no excuses. Big Bolt now claims second with 4 furlongs to go. Miss Diz is right there in a position to challenge along with Tis the Amazing Lady, and Lady Gabrielle whips them in that top place position as they navigate the final turn. 3 furlongs to go. Lady Gabrielle's been on top a long way. Big Bolt continues the chase in second. Miss Diz comes under a ride, and Tis the Amazing Lady now tries to hit her best stride. These are the 4. They pass the quarter pole. Lady Gabrielle is trying to see this through, but pushes come to shove, and Miss Diz is right there calling for the lead. Tis the Amazing Lady right there too, and has all this momentum in the blinkers as they turn to the top of the stretch. Miss Diz is holding on by a thread. Tis the Amazing Lady now confronts the runner, and these two kick past the 16th pole as a team, but Tis the Amazing Lady at 7-2 is pulling away. Tis the Amazing Lady has won it over Miss Diz, Big Bolt, and Lady Gabrielle.